Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Halo, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pilots, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is episode 50 of this illustrious podcast that you guys will love even more than you probably love chips. I know I love chips, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But joining you as always is the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. And joining me with Dwayne, aka Highlight Reel, on leave to celebrate his birthday. Happy birthday, brother! If you're listening, happy birthday, my boy. And joining me, representing the Marks with Mike's podcast, the brand itself, Mr. 6F9, 619, 6F9, JT, L Cheech. What's up with y'all?
Yeah. We in here, man. You know what it is, bro. You know, glad we got the opportunity to finally pull up on you. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Run that theme song back one time. I was all in the background, like, you feel me?
Oh, you feeling it? Hey,
Yeah.
man, that is courtesy of. You said what?
That's a hot intro, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's courtesy of our boy, Mr. Highlight Reel. He hit me up. We met over on we met through a mutual friend a couple of years ago. So we've been kicking it ever since. That's been my right hand man, and I've been his right hand man as far as this content stuff. And I was like, bro, hit me up. I'm like, hey, bro, I got this old annoying theme song when I first started the podcast in 2019 before I deleted all those. Those will never see the light of day ever again. But I was like, bro, hit me up with something. It was another version that DJ I forgot what DJ it was that he basically released it, the beat, and we kept getting hit with copyrights. So every time we was like, yo, I said, bro, you might want to remix that because we keep getting copyright and we ain't making no money off this. So he remixed it. Shout out ATL Beats. He's also the producer on there. He makes the beat for that as well as the alternate theme song that you guys. If you ever listen to the Talking Ish with yours truly, Joshua Gresham, you can listen to that version. He did both theme songs, so I appreciate that for sure. And if you want to, just like y'all, and if anybody want to stream it, all you gotta do is scan that QR code. Unleashed Anthem is available now on everywhere you listen to your songs: Spotify, Apple Music, and it's or YouTube Music as well. It's right there in the central hub. Solo.to/Gresh Music. But yo, man, that theme song is a vibe. I'm glad y'all like that. It fits the vibes to a T because it's a good time. You even got merch print off of it and everything.
Yo, my highlight dude standing on our way.
Oh yeah. Oh, hey, he's open to that. Mike Mayhem Music. That's the brand, the wrestling brand that he just started. So I'll definitely shoot him your way so you can. Yo,
like that mayhem.
Line that man up. That man is talented. I tell him that all the time. I don't tell him that because he's my friend. I tell him that like, yo, I don't tell people that all the time. You is talented as hell. Like, that's what's up. That's what's up. So yo, I appreciate y'all for that as well. So today we got you guys are guests, but we're gonna keep the show rolling like we always do, even with Highlight in he out of here. He's out celebrating with the ladies and the peoples. I appreciate you for always kicking it with us, Highlight. But we will see you back next week or this Saturday for the Deadline post show. And speaking of news and rumors, Gresh Unleashed, our third annual end of the year awards will be going down on December 26th. Save that date, December 26th. For those who aren't aware or new around here, the End of the Year Awards is a cross podcasting show where we basically treat it like the Slammy Awards, where we create categories and award the winners. First off on the Gresh Unleashed podcast, and it concludes over on the Lights of Bosch podcast, which is ran by Highlight Reel. Since last year was well received, the listener's choice categories will be returning this year. We got some new ones. We already exchanging all that information. It will be released 2 weeks prior to the 26th. So over on www.greshunleashed.com, and you, the listener, can get your voice heard and join in on the fun. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like I said, I put out a tweet and I was like, yo, it's this year, honestly, wrestling wise, whether you're a fan of WWE, AEW, Impact, New Japan, they've been cooking to the point where it's hard as hell to pick your superstar of the year, your entertainer of the year, your wrestler of the year, or whatever. So it's like, and that's a good thing. So I appreciate wrestlers and wrestling in general just being a vibe. No pun intended to swear.
Like the kids say, it's lit.
It's lit, as the kids say. Top rope, catch a vibe. Yeah. So other than that, Gresham, and one last bit of news on the Gresham YouTube, my hard drive crashed, which means the planned TNA retrospectives that was planned to be dropped this week has been pushed back another week. Fortunately, the majority of the stuff I needed was stored on my backup hard drive, which I have right here with me and on my Google OneDrive. So keep it locked on social media for an official release date on when I first start rolling those out. So keep it locked, whether you're a fan of the podcast or the main YouTube channel. A lot of this stuff is going hand in hand. So we got a lot of good content coming your way. Speaking of content, it's time to talk a little bit about some football. Some football. I don't know who says football, but yeah, football. Time to talk a little football. We're going to have 120 seconds where we're going to basically turn this into a round table where we all going to just talk our trash, what we want to talk, and just you guys just going to catch a vibe with us. So that's 120 seconds, which is 2 minutes for those of you who don't know how to tell time. But yeah, might as well go ahead and get that ball rolling, and let's get us started. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. And got me a little heated because Alabama got lucky with the Georgia Bulldogs. They ended our undefeated streak. We're no longer in the playoffs, but I know a lot of people saying Florida State got robbed, so there's that. I know you got your hands up, TJ. So JT, you already know you already got your thoughts on it. But my weekend got picked up because the Dolphins picked up the win over the Commanders, but which is easy money. So, yo, what y'all got on this?
Well, speaking from the winners table, shout out to my Dolphins doing what they do, number one in the AFC.
Yeah.
Look, we got the fastest wide receiver, the fastest running back, probably the best quarterback in the NFL, in my opinion. I'm happy for my fans, but we also FSU got robbed, my G. How you go 13-0 and don't make the college playoffs? You went 13?
They gotta have that SEC in there, I guess. I don't know.
I guess they're not the old Seminole Sanders joint. You know what I mean? They're not that. They don't generate money no more. So perhaps they're playing it in. Yeah. And I'm gonna double that on the Dolphins. Perhaps that's one of the shittiest what is it?
Conference?
Conference, yeah.
Yeah, on the East. And I might say that's my team is there, the Jets. They all suck. So, yeah.
Sucks to be a Jets fan. Sucks to be a Browns fan. But them Dolphins on top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that is your weekly football roundup from yours truly. You know, it's always a vibe where we talk what we want to talk. It ain't all wrestling over here. You gotta balance it out. We're not these mouth breathers that some of these old head wrestling fans say that just live and breathe and talk shit about wrestling. Like you on payroll or some shit. Like, come on, man. But as we move on, before we move on to this week in wrestling, Either or both of them. For those of you who are new around here, the either or both of them segment is where we create a random wrestling scenario that we will have up to 90 seconds to choose and explain why it could or could not work. And if the person can't choose, their safe word or cop out is to simply say both of them. All right. For this week, since we have three in the trap right here, I got a simple one. I had to create this one. I saw this on Twitter and I was like, hey, why not? Let's bring it here. If AEW and WWE were to legit do their own version of Forbidden Door, would you want the chance to book either Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns or Kenny Omega versus CM Punk? If I had to start first, I would probably, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would probably pick Roman Reigns versus Kenny Omega. I don't know why. I just feel like that would be a more interesting, compelling match as far as, I mean, Roman would probably have to not do his 40-minute methodical match to where bloodline interference like every other 5 seconds, but I will need, I'm gonna need to see that at least one time. What about you, JT?
So I'm gonna go with Roman versus Omega, only because AEW had the opportunity and they fumbled the bag. Injuries fumbled the bag too, but Roman versus Omega is gonna be a bigger draw.
What about you, Cheech?
Oh, nah, I'm gonna go both of them. But I mean, in this chapter of the book of having CM Punk on the other side after the media scrum, supposedly what happened. That right there coming together, and we get to watch it on TV. You know what I mean? It would have been awesome, but of course they don't go that reality. But I think both of them, because Roman against Kenny Omega, you know, that's been tough for years. You know what I mean? Although to me, Kenny Omega right now, he's not that Kenny Omega that we came to learn and love. Yeah. But oh yeah, both of them all day.
Both of them all day. Hey man, that I can understand that one because it's like either one. To me, I feel like either one would be a good draw, but mainly Roman versus Omega. I don't know because I feel like it's like they can sell that for like Roman. Like you can finally acknowledge. I can acknowledge the fact that you tore your body apart in Japan, but you're gonna acknowledge that I'm whatever he want to say. You know how he talks. Acknowledge me. So yeah, that would be.
Or like what Cheech was saying with that CM Punk versus Omega, you could play off the tabloids and the dirt sheets. Hey, check this out, motherfucker. I got receipts and I'm here to cash this in. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboy bit me. I'm coming for that ass, CM Punk.
Fuck
like,
your dog.
fuck your dog, nigga.
Fuck your dog. Fuck Larry. Just don't have him do no buckshot Larry and we good. Because if you do that, it's a wrap. Speaking of rap, let's talk about NXT before we go ahead and talk about NXT Deadline. We're going to give our preview and predictions on that one. We'll get to that in a second. But yo, NXT, it just literally just went off the air. What y'all think about this week?
Oh my God. I ain't gonna hold you. That Wesley promo.
Oh yeah.
Had me in tears damn near. I'm in a chokehold. He come out there with the cane on, with the cane and everything. I'm like, what's going on? And then he goes and says that he gonna have to be out for a while. He can barely feel his legs. Like, I know that feeling, man. Like, I done had that feeling before. And it's just real sad to see you just went through four of the guys. You just went up against four of the guys, came out on top. Pause. And now you can't. And now you can't go into the championship match to grab the brass ring. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, we was just hyping up this match last week too because it's like for him that, and it's a back injury too, so he's gonna be out to at least up to a year.
This man's Black Shawn Michaels.
So what they end up doing?
So they basically replaced. Is no longer gonna be Dominic Mysterio versus Wesley. It's gonna be Dominic versus Dragon Lee. So he basically went to his Latino half brother.
Bro, Dragon Lee is on a world tour with Muhammad, my man. My bro is everywhere, bro.
Everywhere, my guy.
It's like in a Puerto Rican house, rice and beans, son. He's every Puerto Rican house.
But yeah, man. Other than that, it was just another solid episode of NXT. Pretty much, it's like I was already sold on Deadline, so it's not like it wasn't nothing major that was going to sell me any further. I mean, they did a couple of last chances.
One of the first shows, right? One of the first shows outside Orlando.
I think this is like the third. I believe
The third? Yeah, the third show
they
this
did
year.
Stand and Deliver around WrestleMania week, and I think they did another one. What was it? Vengeance Day.
Well, the total of 4. This is the fourth one. Yeah, Vengeance
4.
Day,
Yeah.
You had No Mercy, and now Deadline.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so yeah.
see how different they look. The rosters look from all of them that they have gone.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's the thing. This crop of this crop of NXT talent is super athletes. Like every week they keep popping me, or they find a way to just be like, "Yo, we are built different. we are legit built different." Like, and speaking of built different, Last Legend out here body slamming Otis.
Oh my God! Listen.
Forget Terry. Forget all these people. The Legend body slammed Otis.
Body slammed him, picked his big ass up, and
held him for a second and said, "Yo,
that's an athlete. That's a pure athlete, right?
That is a pure athlete."
But you know what made me crazy?
What was that?
I think Otis liked that shit though.
Well, I'm gonna say, you notice that, like right towards the end of the match, he caught her falling on the apron. He's like, "Yeah." I always like them. I always like them sisters.
Hey, listen, Otis a freak. He does the caterpillar. Any grown man that does the caterpillar is a freak. What's up backstage, bro?
Yes, sir. Oh, for sure. Like, man. And then don't get me started on Noam Dar tapping out in front of Jakara Jackson. Like, come on, man. You don't need that leg. What you tapping out in front of the baddies for? You don't. She looking right at you. Like, bro, you hold on. You pass out or feign passing out, but you don't tap out. But you want to tap out.
I would have passed out. I ain't about to pass out. I mean, I ain't about to tap out from the Jakara Jackson, because if I tap out here, I'm tapping out elsewhere. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to set the precedent. Make sure
you got to set the bar. Like, come on, man.
Set the bar. I don't want you to think this is what it is outside the ring type shit. Like I'll pass out, but I ain't tapping out. Like I may fall asleep.
Even if it's fake passing out, just pass out until they ring the bell and then wake up. Like, what happened? Like, don't tap out. Like, bro, you don't do that. Come on, man. Come on. Damn.
Come on, son.
Damn. Embarrassing me like that. But other than that, NXT was pretty solid. Like, Ava Rain, I don't know what they're doing with her. Like, is she a GM now? Like, is she making matches?
Hey, that's The Rock's daughter. I mean, shoot, when you The Rock's daughter, you can do anything you want on the roster, man. Shoot, I could be back here making gear. I could be booking matches. I could be inside of a faction that broke up, or I could be on SmackDown joining the Bloodline. I got a name that carry weight, okay? Y'all just be lucky I'm here.
Yeah, could hook you up with some Acorn.
Hook me up with $7. I don't know.
$7 in the dream. Get me on the remake of Young Rock because it got canceled. So when they remake it, just give me a roll on that right quick. But yeah, man, NXT was pretty. It was just selling us on. It was pretty much selling us on Deadline. So it was a solid episode. Like it was
Booker of the Year.
Booker of the Year, Sean HB Shizzle. Oh, and Andre Chase is an idiot because he got the university in debt. So
but that's dope. That the way that they have been able to, like, call it corny or whatever, but like the creativity that they'd be able to come in. But I think that they would have been like squashed that storyline or whatever. But he's still there.
He's still there. So that's what I'm saying. NXT I can honestly from earlier this year to now, they've gotten the pacing in order. It's like there's no need for you to look down, because if you look down, you're gonna miss something.
Yeah.
So, and it's like you might well watch it, and that's what I need. So that's why I'm like, they're gonna do great on the CW when that happens next year. So I'm here for it. I guess we might as well go ahead and talk NXT Deadline 2023. Give our speed round preview and predictions. So for those of you who don't know, I am currently 0-2 for predictions. Our boy who's not here this week, Highlight Reel, he is the current Freepedia predictions champion. So he gets the rock gold chain every episode that he's on. So I can no longer rock my gold chain. I have to tuck it away every time we go live because he's the current champion. But will we find out a new champion this Saturday when we do our post show NXT Deadline post show immediately following NXT Deadline on Saturday. We might as well go ahead and do like a prediction. So our guests, they'll be part. So if they win, if one of them win, they get to rock the gold chain every time they appear on the Girls Unleashed podcast or even in the chat, and we can't, and neither one of us can wear it. So we got to try to keep it in the family. But it's all fun and games here. So I guess we might as well go ahead and start with NXT Deadline. So it's a solid show. Like I feel like it's not the best show of the year on paper, but I feel like they're gonna kill it. So I'm guessing we might as well go ahead and start with the NXT Championship match. JT, who you got going on this one?
Man, I'm gonna make this short, sweet, and simple. We was talking about this cat before we even started the show. Dragunov looked like he's standing on business, like he got motion. Like if he really wanted to do that to you, he could do that to you. So I am going to say that bum ass Corbin is not walking out NXT champion. I got Dragunov standing on business, and he's a big stepper. So I'm going with Dragunov.
What about you, Cheech?
Well, I'm gonna be biased. Baron Corbin is married to a Puerto Rican, and I like his hats. You know what I mean? And I think it will be not expected, but man, put the belt on Corbin, man. He's been a worker. He's been all the way down. He's been broke. He had money. You know what I mean? Now he's like some people consider, NXT like the minor league, but to me, I think it's a third brand. But to each his own. Oh, man, he's doing great, man. He's been putting on for the brand for a while. He retired Kurt Angle. Yo, I'm going with Baron Corbin.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna go ahead and side with my man JT on this. I'm gonna have to go with Dragunov. That man literally murdered a man last week, and with 3 H-bombs and literally mounted this man. Like I said last week, you ain't got no other choice but to shoot this man. But if you ain't gonna shoot, you might as well. You said what?
No, I'm saying when he gets angry, that's when his eyes turn red.
So that man pop out with red eyes on Saturday. Corbin, you better get ready for a fight. Next up, we might as well go ahead and switch it up to another. Keep it with the championships. It was originally going to be Dominic Mysterio versus Wesley, but like we said, Wesley is out injured with a back injury. He'll be out for up to a year. So in his place, as picked by Rey Mysterio on NXT TV, is none other than the man who's on a world tour, Dragon Lee. Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee for the NXT North American Championship. Let's start with you, Cheech. Who you got with this one?
I'm not the one. Well, I'm gonna go with Peso Pluma, aka Dominic. This guy's gonna be a great base for him. You know what I mean? And Dragon Lee, man, he's been a nice run, but Dominic Mysterio, I could say, and I don't know. I don't know when the voting is over, but for Wrestler of the Year, aka MVP, Dominic Mysterio has been the MVP of WWE this year.
Okay. Oh yeah, definitely. When the voting opens, we're gonna definitely have MVP and hater of the year. So we got that. We gotta have that on tap. JT, who you got with that one?
Made this real short and sweet. Once again, I'm going with my man Dominic Guerrero. That's right, I said Guerrero because this is Eddie's son that screams Eddie Guerrero all the way through and through. Okay, this man has embodied his real daddy persona in these last few months. So it's Dominic and Dragon Lee. If Dragon Lee can't beat Escobar, he damn sure ain't about to beat Dominic Mysterio.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel that. And then, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with my main Dragon Lee. I feel like they was gonna give it back to Wesley, but obviously he can't make it. So I'm gonna give it to his half brother Dragon Lee. So I'm gonna have to go with Dragon Lee to win the North American Championship because I feel like Dom's time as North American champion is winding down. Like, I mean, they could keep the title on him for another few months and let him feud with a few more people into WrestleMania. But if they have to take it off of him, I guess you can put it on Dragon Lee. But then that's another downside. Is like it's on two main roster talent. So that's my only downside with that. So we'll see. But I'm definitely going with Dragon Lee on this one. Let's switch it over to the women right quick. Let's talk about first the match that was just announced. Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James inside of a steel cage. That is on tap for Deadline. Let's start with you, JT. Who you got winning this
one? God is good. Let me just say that real quick. He's blessed us with Kiana James, no relation to King James, and he's blessed us with Roxanne Perez. Be honest, I don't know who to pick, but if I had to pick one and someone was holding the gun to my head and said, you got to pick which one of these gonna win, I am going to go with Roxanne. I want to be your man. Roxanne Perez, come on now.
What about you, Cheech?
Man, I'm going to go with Alani Kai because it reminds me of...
Who?
Alani Kai.
It's not Alani Kai?
Oh, shit.
No, that's the old... Yeah, damn, that's from back then. Oh, shit. You're like probably 66 and shit. Melanie Kai?
You talking about Kiana?
See, they just switched the letters, right? That's what they did.
Basically, you talking about Kiana?
Kiana James.
Kiana James. Oh, fuck, man, that's far away. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go with her, man. She's hot. She's not bad to look at. Mm-hmm. Rosie Perez, they did her 30 in this.
Rosie Perez.
Yeah.
It's too hot to make love, Mookie.
Yeah.
Mookie, stop.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Mickey James.
This nigga's horrible. So you go with Kiana James.
You go with Kiana James.
Yeah,
all right. And in my case, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to the other side and go with my girl Roxanne Perez, because she been showing a little fire. She been pissed off. She been screwed over. Both of them been screwed over a little bit. So it's a fair game. So hopefully they go out there and kill it. But I'm definitely going with Roxanne.
This was a hard decision, man. This was harder than when Kid had to choose between Shireen and Sydney. Like, this is hard, man. You better choose right. It's like, who I choose? Like,
who I choose? All right, let's keep it with the women. Let's talk about the first of two Iron Survivor Challenge matches where the winner gets a future NXT Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton, Blair Davenport, Lash the Legend, Kalani Jordan, and Fallon Henley. It is both of y'all seen last year's match, right? So y'all don't really need no explanation on how that goes, right?
No.
All right. So
who's that dude next to Davenport?
Fallon Henley. She won the last chance qualifying match tonight.
Wow, I never seen her.
She's with the Briggs and Jensen.
Yeah.
Duo.
Oh,
with Josh Briggs and them. Yeah, that's her.
Whoa.
That's what I said. Whoa.
This is gonna be a hard one, man. I mean, you got Maya in this match. I mean, Hey, she looked like Maya. Stop it. Come on, man.
She do. Kalani Jordan. Yeah, she do.
Yeah,
She do.
man.
She do remind me of a young Maya.
Sitting here thinking about yesterday. Like, take me, take me there. Look in the face, but I don't know, man. I mean, Tiffany Stratton, former NXT Women's Champion. She got the it factor. She just got the rub from Charlotte this past Survivor Series. She's good, right? I mean, she's already there. She's already climbed the mountaintop in NXT. I think this moment needs to be reserved for someone who hasn't climbed that mountain. So if I'm going to go with my Iron Survivor, I'm going to go with Lash the Legend.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. I respect it. What about you, Cheech?
It's a hard one, man. But the one you
Oh,
last. Ow. I think Stacey Penny's in no, what's her name again?
Who?
Um,
Which one you thinking about?
that's the Blair, the one with the hairs.
Oh, Corella Deville.
Yeah, her. Yeah, that's
Yeah, you going with Blair. All right.
Darby Allin's ex. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna go with Blair Underwood.
Nah, Darby Allin's ex is Gigi. Blair is Will Ospreay's ex.
Oh, Will Ospreay. See how confused them. They all look alike.
man, you better get this man cancer, bro. What you doing?
Hell yeah, I'm about to get it. Like, bro, who is this motherfucker that be? I'm like, hey man, it's a vibe, man. It's a vibe, man. But no, if I had to choose, I'm definitely going with as much as I love Lash, but I feel like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna take the chance, especially after that body slam. I'm going with Lash Legend. Like I expect Blair to win, but I gotta put my chips with Lash Legend after that body slam. Like all her haters be damned. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah.
And
Lisa Leslie. That's who I'm going with. She kind of look like Lisa Leslie in this picture. That's just me, but anyway.
Lisa Lash.
Lisa Leslie.
Oh.
That's the greatest WNBA player of all time inside this match. Of course, I'm going with her.
Of course. And then next up for the men, we got for the same match, we got LeBron, Toretto, Break These Hoes, or Braun Breaker, Trick Williams, Dijak,
And Michael Hayes.
do. He do look like Michael Hayes back there. Tyler made him like Michael Hayes.
Mickey Rourke.
Hell no.
Oh shit.
No.
Josh Briggs and Tyler Bates. So who y'all got with this one?
Go ahead, Cheech. I'm gonna let you go ahead and pop off first.
Oh, well, here I come. I'm gonna go with Dijak, man.
Okay.
Dude, he got the look. It's still hard not to think like that's him, but he been putting on work for years, and them bangers that he had with Lee, you know what I mean? They hold a special part of my heart. No, and man, I think Dijak is his time, man.
It's funny how you said special matches with Lee, and he had banger matches with Wesley and his older brother Keith Lee.
You're right.
He ran through the whole Lee family.
I know his grandfather Bruce Lee is looking down on them.
Oh yeah, for sure. What about you, JT?
So I'm gonna keep it a buck, man. Dominic Toretto doesn't need a W right now. He need to worry about what's going on with the family. Trick Williams, I don't see him coming out on top. I think it's gonna be all type of fuckery from Mello.
For sure.
Josh Briggs, I like the homie. I wish they was doing something. I wish this push would have came not right now. And Michael Hayes, aka Tyler Bate. I mean, to me, he's just a placeholder. He's the Dolph Ziggler of NXT.
Oh Lord.
And I hate to put that title on him. And I fucks with Dolph, but that's his title. I'm going to go with Dijak, like Cheat said, because Dijak, out of all of them four, and I'm not counting Braun Breaker. Out of those four men, I think Dijak is the one that needs this right now because let's keep it a buck, man. Before he broke that finger, I think Dijak was gonna have a nice little push. So I'm gonna go with Dijak, man. He got to look for it.
And I'm gonna back both of y'all because I feel like with Dijak, I'm also going based off of the outcome of the main event. Like let's just say Dragunov slaughters Corbin, or not slaughter, but like he survives. And I feel like his next best challenge would be Dijak, because the one thing about Dijak, he is that workhorse that they can rely on in NXT, or unwritten locker room leader that can put on bangers with just about anybody. So that's why I'm like, him versus Dragunov for me feels like the next best bet. So I'm definitely gonna have to go with Dragunov on this one. And obviously, before we wrap it up, I'm going to get my prediction or highlight reels predictions after the show, so that way on Saturday it could be a fair game when it comes to that. And obviously, I will obviously invite you guys. If you guys aren't busy, I'll invite you guys to join us for the post show, and I will send all that information out as well. But for those of you who don't know about the post show, this Saturday, December 9th, immediately following NXT Deadline, we will be talking, giving our thoughts and talk about NXT Deadline that goes down. That is the final NXT premium live event of 2023. So make sure you guys tap in on that, or pay-per-view, if you will. So there's that. Let's talk a little bit about this weekend as far as like Raw, SmackDown, the whole nine. Becky Lynch, she is currently out to get her lick back against Nia Jax from 2018. Does this interest you guys? I'm not really sold on it yet.
Zero interest. Only reason why I say this, if you wanted your lit back, you should have been got that lit back. All right. I mean, let's keep this one thou wow. The only reason why you are who you are is because this woman broke your face. All right. She broke your face. She busted you open, and she made you the star that you are. Okay. People was checking for Becky Lynch, but they weren't checking for Becky Lynch until after Nia Jax busted her face open. That was her. That was her Terry Funk moment, right? Remember when Terry Funk got busted open, and he went back and they wrapped his face inside the ace bandage, and he came back and was still fighting.
Yeah.
That was her Terry Funk moment, and she was able to capitalize off it from that year. You know what I'm saying? She capitalized off it, but I'm not interested in it because if you was gonna get your lip back, you should have got your lip back in 2019. You could have got it back in 2020. You could have got it back in 2021.
Well, she was pregnant for those 2 years. So
Well, yeah. You're right. My bad. Well, put the baby down. You could have got your lip back. That's all I'm saying. Like you could have been got your lip back, but it's cool. I mean, you got receipts. You got receipts and everything, but even like stores after a while, you can't bring this product back to come try to get a refund to try to cash in on it. Like I can't take this light that I bought from Walmart 5 years ago with the receipt and say, hey man, this light don't work no more. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like this is just a match that is like they just need something for Becky to do until she gets to Rhea. Because it's like all they're telling me, and this is people can disagree or whatever. I feel like they're building to Rhea versus Becky at WrestleMania. So it's like anything that happens between now and WrestleMania is just Becky just biding time. The trip to NXT, as much as like I loved her trip to NXT, like with her putting over Lyra and all that stuff, and having that killer match with Tiffany Stratton. But I'm just gonna keep it a buck. She's literally going to be Rhea's opponent at WrestleMania if they don't give Rhea Liv Morgan if she returns. Those are my two picks for Rhea's match at WrestleMania. So, am I interested in this? Not as much as my uncle interested in, probably because he's probably barking at the TV right now as soon as I put that picture up. Shout out my uncle. He's probably listening right now. But I'm just saying, it's just. Do I hate it? No. Am I interested in it? No. So, what about you, Cheech?
I mean, to me, it's like WWE, long-term storytelling, brother. They do got story, but I think right now they're pretty much gonna be having close to 2 months to fill up before the Rumble. You know what I
True.
mean? And now they're going against the ratings and stuff, so they want to go for the juggler. So not saying that that's like
Right.
main event pay-per-view, but put it on TV. You know what I mean? With the storyline that they have from the past, I think it will gravitate to certain people. But that ain't something what I mean? We're on Reddit under our burner account. You know what I mean? Screaming for Nia Jax.
Whoa.
And
Time out now.
no, not Nia Jax and Becky Lynch. You know what I mean?
Okay, I ain't like what you said it, because I would fight tooth and nail to my deathbed by Nia Jax.
Man,
Okay.
I blame it on Kevin Durant.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
this guy.
I like that you said saving stuff for the TV match, because I feel like this next feud is going to be directly for TV, because they announced it for next week. Shinsuke Nakamura. His reason for targeting Cody Rhodes is because he wants to take Cody's quote unquote story from him and finish it for him. So basically, they're beefing because Shinsuke feels like they are what you call it. They are like they have similar stories. Like they both won Royal Rumbles, they both at WrestleMania and all that good stuff. So, you know, they they gotta build to this. So what's your thoughts on this match taking place next week?
Similar story. Shinsuke, is your daddy?
Great Muda, baby.
Great. Great, Luda. I understand that, but Shinsuke is no son of a plumber. You know what I'm saying? Like, same story my ass. Like, and I rock with Shinsuke, but son of a plumber. I had to.
You know the story. You don't know if he was one of them Vignette. What is it? The Vignette?
Listen, Shinsuke never had to dress up as Stardust. Okay, that's where the comparison stopped right there. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Shinsuke have to put on those tights, put a big ass star on his face, and do a cartwheel.
Man, Stardust was lit. What you talking about, son?
The theme music was lit. His theme song was a bop. Like I used to play that when I worked out, But this is definitely made for TV, like a Lifetime movie. I do kind of see this being a situation where there's going to be disqualification, and we'll end up having this match somewhere down the line at a
Next week, actually.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be like a shenanigans and then?
Oh yeah, shenanigans for sure. It's going to be some type of disqualification. I remember back in Shinsuke's WrestleMania run, his main target was to kick people in the nuts. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was trying to end the legacy of Cody Rhodes next week.
Make sure he don't have no more kids.
Right.
So one thing, I know it's kind of off for this, but what you guys think about Cody Rhodes about making his, finishing the story? So if finishing the story is winning the title,
his story finished when he got pinned 1, 2, 3 last year, but I digress.
Okay, so if let's say for the story he wins the belt, he has to beat Roman Reigns, or he could get the belt from somebody else?
That's a good question. I mean,
that's a good question. So go ahead.
I think the overall goal is to get the title. I don't care if it's Roman Reigns that holds it, CM Punk,
Randy
Orton. It could be anybody that holds that title. It's just I think the finishing of the story is to become the first Rhodes to call himself World Heavyweight Champion. Whether inside WWE, that is, will be no Dusty held the WCW and the NWA Championship, but be the first Rhodes to call himself WWE Heavyweight or Universal Champion. That's the story. So it don't matter who it is.
Oh, for sure. So yeah, whatever they do with that is definitely interesting. To continue on with what we was talking about, R-Truth. Let's have a little lighthearted. R-Truth attempting to break the Judgment Day all day, every day. My man has been back, been a minute since coming back at Survivor Series.
Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. R-Truth is God's gift to wrestling. Okay,
Yes.
R-Truth, you could tell this man he has to make you laugh just by holding up a toilet roll, and he'll make you laugh. Like R-Truth is comedy, he's drama, he's action. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Strange. Remember on Boomerang that they was trying to get the name of the fragrance for the perfume. It's
Mhm.
R-Truth is that, like R-Truth. There's not a dull moment with him. There's never been a minute where R-Truth was on the screen and I was like, get this nigga off the screen. Like R-Truth
Oh
is
yeah.
gonna make you laugh. He's gonna catch your interest. And breaking up the Judgment Day would be hilarious. But one of the things is not like the other. I don't know why R-Truth think he was a part of the group. It kind of reminds me of that time when they had the Survivor Series match, and you had Mark Henry, R-Truth, Shelton Benjamin, and then Christian. And Christian's like, hey, I rap too.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Four of us is black, one of us is white. Like, so it's like, this is kind of cool. But I kind of like R-Truth inside the scenario. If R-Truth
Anything with
don't want
him
to
is
do it,
on.
I'm cool.
Anything with him on it is literally hilarious. Someone said that he gonna be the Jimmy Butler. Remember when he had that little? If he joined the Judgment Day, he gonna look like Jimmy Butler with that perm,
The emo.
He-
The
he-
nose.
emo face.
He already got the nose and the lip ring. Might as well.
Man, anything with R-Truth honestly is gold to me. So I don't care what they do with him. Like I need more R-Truth on my TV. So like everybody talking about the CM Punk coming back and all that stuff, but R-Truth return was my biggest. Like they got the biggest pop out of me. I'm sorry. Like I respect CM Punk and him coming back, but R-Truth coming back from that injury popped me the most.
Yeah, that
Speaking of
definitely.
continuing to pop me is the Creed brothers.
Mm.
They aren't, in my opinion, they aren't ready to be on the main roster, but they are indeed swimming with the sharks. They are cooking. What are your thoughts on the Creed brothers' run so far?
Go ahead, Cheech.
Go ahead. Man, I mean, I never really. I don't know. There's something about them because at first when they brought them, they didn't have no type of uniform. They look crazy, you know what I mean? And like, there's something about them that doesn't do it for me. But definitely, it, of course, give me that, Shelton Benjamin, Charlie Haas vibes. You know what I mean? The other guy with the other guy, yeah.
Other guy, you talking about damn, you talking about Chad Gable?
There you go, Shaq Gable, and
Justin Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
yeah.
American Alpha.
American. Fuck, I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. Yeah, American Alpha. Man, what could it have been? But yeah, it gave me that vibe. But there's something about these guys. But they look a lot better, physically from when they started in NXT. But like you said, like I think they just getting those reps. They're getting those reps, and
Yeah,
I
because
don't
that's
know.
my thing. Yeah, that's my thing. Because it's like that's the reason why I said they aren't ready. Because if you listen to like the promo that they cut backstage, you can tell they was reading from a script.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell it wasn't really natural. So I'm like, they aren't ready. But it's not me saying like, oh my God, get them on my TV. It's like every time they're on TV, I pay attention because
I
they
think
should not be that fucking strong.
So right there, you see they're good at wrestling, so they should, cover their weakness, give them a mic piece. You know what I mean?
So I'm gonna agree
Oh,
with you, Gresh, and I'm gonna agree with Cheech. The one thing that they're missing, like you just said, Cheech, is a mouthpiece. And I think the one person to fill that in, pause. I just knows what I said. But the one person to fill that role would be Kurt Angle. Because to be honest, if Jason Jordan never got hurt and they never did that whole bastard son angle,
If Kurt ain't available, what about Jason?
what what about Ken Shamrock, the person they just signed to a contract?
Can he talk?
I apologize, my outburst. I apologize for my outbursts right there. Like,
That brother can scream.
no, no, Kurt Angle be cool. Jason Jordan be cool. Another person be cool, but they already let him go. Shelton Benjamin, but I don't see Shelton Benjamin playing the role of.
He could be a coach.
No, that's almost like the same thing as Stokely Hathaway. What he was when he was in NXT, he was the mouthpiece for them inside the Diamond Mine. So
I know a
now,
lot of people. I know a lot of people aren't really a fan of it, but what if they just combine Alpha Academy, make them a little more serious, and just have Chad Gable be their mouthpiece? Like have them be their secret weapon, their heavy hitters. Because you got Otis the heavy hitter, you got Chad Gable possibly going after the Intercontinental title at some point, and then you need the tag team in American Alpha.
I can see that.
Merge Diamond Mine with American Alpha.
I can see that. I mean,
but I would feel like you need to make American Alpha more legitimate, like as far as like not losing as much.
yeah.
So that'd be my only addition, like as far as like adjustment that I feel like they would need to do with that. Yeah. So the last few things about Raw. Uzi tribute to Umaga as Jey Uso challenged Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. What you guys think about this match?
Missed opportunity.
You said what?
A missed opportunity.
Oh, you mean you feel like they should have put the title on Jay?
They should have put the strap on pause on my main. I see that. For you, JT, leave me alone. No, I had a little problem at the end. It seems like they were running out of time because you know what I mean. Seth Rollins didn't sell the the super kick. You know what I mean? And,
yeah, they probably were.
Yeah, and next thing you know, McIntyre put him to the, you know what I mean, that shit was, you know what I mean?
The announce table, yeah.
Yeah, announce table. And that, I don't know why, because that shit just breaks, you know, but yeah, I kind of like that McIntyre, vibe, but it was kind of odd because the show finished, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, what's going on here? They should have, I don't know. It would have been a great time for Jay to, pick up the belt.
Now, do you say that because I've been seeing a lot of people say that they feel like Seth Rollins is getting stale as an act and world champion? Like, are you on that boat?
I wouldn't call him stale, but
I would go ahead.
I like him. I like when he's a heel.
Oh, okay.
You know, like the shaking of the hands and that sing along, that song. Oh, burn it down for real, like
Oh, that.
I mean, I get it, get people, engaged, but it's already like, is the song over or is Rollins over?
That's a good question.
That's a good one. So like Chief said, big missed opportunity, but I will say this. So this was actually a match where I was emotionally invested, where I didn't know who was going to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a really good match. Had Jey Uso, formerly the Eat Man, would have took the title off of Seth Rollins, that would have been like one of the biggest clips to be watched because no one was expecting it. But at the same time, I get it. I get why you're keeping the title on Rollins, but when you add in the factor of a Drew McIntyre who is possessed by the spirit of Stank Meaner, this is gold. It's golden because Stank Meaner has taken over Drew Galloway's body. All right, he's cashing in receipts. He don't care about nobody. If Drew Galloway went blind today, he'll probably say, "At least I ain't got to look at your ugly ass no more."
Yeah.
But Drew Galloway, he'll Drew Galloway, aka Drew McIntyre. It's best for business. My last thing with Galloway is, yo, stop carrying around that fucking sword unless you're gonna stab somebody. Like if you're not gonna at least cut somebody with the sword. Don't be around here showing the heater like you getting ready to pop it off like you bought that. Like you got this big ass sword and you ain't touch no pause. Yo.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. That's not what I meant to say.
I'm glad you caught yourself.
That's not what I meant.
Back out here, B.
No, I'm wilding. You got this weapon, let's say that you carry around every week and you ain't touched nobody. Damn. You ain't you get what I'm trying to say, pause, man. Like you ain't
shanked food.
Yeah, you ain't shake nobody coming out the damn the catering area. Like you ain't did none of that. You ain't broken to no door that got locked. Like somebody need to get in the door. You ain't Jimmy the ship the knife yet. Like, let's get it up out of here, man. But no, the match was great. I just think that Jey Uso, when you're hot like this, it's kind of hard to capitalize on opportunity when you got a storyline that you're trying to build from behind.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I like how we describe Drew McIntyre, because that's why I did it like this. Drew McIntyre is literally the "why you booing me, I'm right."
Yeah, it's like
everything he's saying is justified. Like especially if you watch the show, he's basically calling out WWE like, "Hey, remember when it's like you want me to forgive this guy who literally been whooping my ass with steel chairs all last year because he went from repping the Bloods to the Crips." Like, come on now. Come on. Like, you want me to I guess accept CM Punk or whoever he was talking about on that promo, and like everybody else want to forgive him for him walking away and all that stuff. But it's like, bro, why you boo me? I'm right. And then it's like and then I like how he was like, Sammy was like, we're just alike, but your family is ashamed of you. And he was like, you talking about my family? I'm about to whoop your ass. He ain't hear nothing else. Sammy said, he's like, you mentioned my family. I'm about to fuck you up right now.
Yeah, you better cut somebody, man. Use that sword,
use that sword, shank somebody. Like, man, you better be shanky.
No, and that's great for him because that's gonna develop, his character as a darker, character that he has been. It's pretty much like, yo, man, y'all turn back on me. I've been here doing my thing. So he could use that and like trying to go everywhere, every city they go, asking for an apology.
Right.
People gonna boo him the fuck out of the building. So, and that's gonna create heat for him if he could go in that route.
Like you remember when R-Truth had that feud with was it John Cena? It's like, you booing me, you should be booing yourselves. Like, this is this is the direct parallel of that. So yeah, I'm with it. Drew McIntyre has every reason to be mad. Only thing I request them to do is get rid of his theme music and give him back the NXT theme music he had when he was a heel. Give me that.
Was it the same one, or was it a different one?
What is it called?
It was more darker. You talking about Broken Dreams? Like that's really like his that's really a face type of a theme music when he first came to WWE. But that NXT theme music that was kind of like the Terminator, and he had the people playing the bagpipes at Takeover.
I think I know what you're talking about. It was a longer version of this one, more darker and more.
Yeah, more darker. Yeah, this one right here just sound like this music sound like he a good guy. Give me that dark shit.
Twist it up. Tweak it up.
It's Broken Dreams. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, tweak it up a little bit. And speaking of heat, there's no more yeet because apparently it's copyrighted by an independent wrestler. So WWE can't use it no more.
Wow. I wonder who's the wrestler.
It's a Casey something. Casey, I'm about to pull up the good old Twitter machine. But I'm like, my thing is, it's like, why people are mad about Yeet?
Casey Huffman.
Okay, yeah. I'm trying to figure out why people are mad about Yeet when in reality we ain't been saying Yeet since 2017.
Yeah, ever since Vine died.
Whenever Vine died, whenever the day Vine died, that's when we stopped saying Yeet.
No, Yeet. Yeah, I remember the whole little kid, at the track film. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He pull out the look, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember that, and it's like, man, I mean, it is what it is. All I can say is, Casey, get your money, Casey, get your money.
Get your money, man.
Like
Like,
straight up, like, hey, oh y'all want this trademark? Give me about 30. Give me about 30,000 flat, because I already know that I'm not gonna make 30,000 flat in
off of my
merchandise
shirt.
off of
And
my
I
shirt.
think so.
But
Let me
you
go
need
ahead and
this
get that.
trademark. Yeah, give me 30
Because I already know you made twice as that
already.
on already. So let me go ahead and get that 30K, or let's bump it up to 50K. You gotta up the price a little bit. Like, come on, and then we Gucci. But my thing is, my only gripe with that is, you a multi-billion-dollar company. Why y'all ain't? It took me 2 minutes. 2 minutes to pull up the website where you can find the trademarks. It couldn't take y'all 2 minutes to find out Yeet was trademarked
Mm-mm-mm.
before y'all made merch.
Big
I
dumb.
get that it was a saying that we used to say from 2013 to 2017, 2018, but it's like, it's 2024. I'm pretty sure somebody was smart enough to trademark it, and it clearly wasn't y'all.
Mm-mm-mm. Tragic.
Tragic. Let's reference a little bit of SmackDown, lay the smack to the down a little bit. What y'all think about Logan Paul as U.S. champion?
Mm. Hated it. No, it's Logan Paul as U.S. champion. If you're looking at dollars and cents, if you're looking at trying to increase the revenue, bring more viewers in, it's the perfect move. You know what I'm saying? And then you also got to look at it like this: Logan Paul, hands down, is top three, one of the best celebrity wrestlers to ever cross over. It's him and Bad Bunny, and there's room for one more. But right now, Logan Paul is that guy to elevate that championship, because that championship is going to go everywhere. It's going to go to UFC events. It's going to be on his podcast. It's going
On
to
his
be at
balls.
that too. It's going to be on his OnlyFans page. It's going to be at his brother's boxing match. So he's going to bring eyes to the product. So I get it. I get why they did it. I just really don't see that title coming off him until WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, for sure. They setting up a tournament for the U.S. to become the new number one contender. I think KO is injured. Like,
Yeah.
if you had the hot potato of someone that to win, who you think would win the whole
Mm,
tournament? Because they got Santos, Bobby Lashley, Dragon Lee. You see Dragon Lee on the world tour. He's in this tournament too. Karrion Cross, they found him in catering. Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, Kevin Owens, and someone from NXT.
so looks like either way it goes, I'm I'm gonna put my chips with Bobby, only because he the only brother up there that's around my skin complexion. So I'm going with Bobby Lashley, unless they put another brother inside there. He black, I'm black. I'm going with the black guy.
Okay.
So what's going with Carlito, man? Is Carlito hurt?
They wrote him out for that Santos storyline, so I don't know if it's legit or he just can't work. I don't know what's going on with him.
Hopefully, he violate no wellness policy.
Oh,
I mean, because he did he is kind of,
I
So
don't know.
I got bigger and stronger as the years went by. No, go ahead, Cheech.
Hey, but man, no, chill. Not, but there you have it again, Dragon Leaf. You know what I mean? Popping off, doing his thing. But although I would like Karrion Cross to win, he don't fit that belt.
He's not a mid card belt guy. He don't seem like a mid card belt guy.
Yeah, he should be pushed better. But anyway, I don't know. I wouldn't mind Logan Paul to just keep the belt and have him face Bad Bunny at WrestleMania.
Ooh.
okay. But if it
Ooh.
ain't bad, I like that. I like that. If it ain't bad, Bunny, would you go with the masses and say LA Knight?
Yeah,
I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's a nice
And
backup.
nice little backup right there. And then obviously, the last thing we're going to talk about is Randy Orton. Last thing on SmackDown, Randy Orton is officially signed to the Blue Brand. Big Randy Orton. That dude came back big as hell. Pause.
I'm glad you said it before I did.
And he came back with Tourette's too, because now when he do that move, he could.
That cat flow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He got ad libs now, bro.
Man,
They probably got him trademark.
They better get a trademark.
I don't know. He probably listened to Kendrick Lamar before he started doing that inside his move now. Riding through the streets, all I hear is shot, man down. Where you from, motherfucker? No, but Randy Orton, Blue Brand. I mean, it's like it was yesterday. He was a former tag team champion with the late great Bray Wyatt. You know, part of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Wyatt family. I like it. He gets to finish the story in a sense with Roman Reigns. Also, he's with Nick Aldis, somebody he don't have no type of history with, and that RKO at the end could possibly set up a match because Nick Aldis ain't no small dude. Paul's like he underneath that suit, he can get down. You know what I'm saying? Like this man is probably going to end up fighting Nick Aldis, and I'm here for it.
Look at Jimmy though.
That man sleep.
Yo, Jimmy Uso sold the RKO even like 15 minutes after the show. He laid inside the ring.
You about to get rolled up in the carpet.
Yo, that was amazing, bro. That nigga's smart.
Man, that's one thing about the Usos. It's like both of them are in their bag individually. So like I can give props to, like, I know a lot of people were hesitant in the way that Jimmy turned on Jay, even though he initiated the turn from the bloodline to just join back in the bloodline. It's convoluted as hell. But he's been killing it. As far as like he's been the most unserious person. But I feel like when it gets close to that inevitable match, he's going to have to start winning and not be the puncher back. That's my only critique of the Jimmy Uso character. But yeah, Randy Orton on SmackDown. I like that they brought back the whole general managers trying to sign thing. They're doing the same thing with CM Punk on Raw, I believe, next week.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it happens to be here in our hometown.
Hey, this is your hometown, bro. I'm from Florida.
Oh,
I just
not where you're from, is where you at, because I'm not from here. No, but CM Punk, when he left, you know what I mean, that Monday Night Raw was here in Cleveland too. So
Okay.
I'm wondering how's the reception's gonna be. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, "Ooh, you left, fuck you." But I think that's one of the thing about wrestling. When you somewhere else, you're the enemy. But once you join back, it's like, bro, with open arms.
Oh yeah, that's anywhere. Like you have Twitter like to pick and choose, but at the end of the day, how he's received in the crowd
Like
is
football. You know, like I was
For
saying,
sure.
like Deion Sanders when he was with the Niners. You know what I mean? The Cowboys hated his guts. Once he got to the Cowboys, everybody loved him.
Oh, for sure. For
So
sure.
true.
For true. Let's talk about AEW right quick, because we got a lot of nice little stuff, little shindigs over there. What y'all been thinking about this Continental Classic so far?
The G1.
The AEW C2.
Definitely.
That's what I've been calling it.
Oh no, definitely the quality of the matches. Whew. It's been pretty dope. You know what I mean? Like the matchups. You know, like people that you didn't think, like, you know, you had Cesaro. I mean, damn, what's his name? Claudio. Losing against Brody. You know what I mean? Not saying that Brody no slouch, but you wouldn't expect that on TV. You know what I mean? For that to happen. So I like the direction. You know, of course, people comparing it to the G1 because it is the fucking G1.
It is the G1. Like, you got the point system. It's a fucking
the American,
point system.
the American version of it. You know, it is like you lose, but you keep, you know, you keep fighting. You know what I mean? You gather points until they fight for what? Until
They fight until, like, I think a week before World's End, their final pay-per-view of the year, and then whoever has the most points on both bracket in both leagues face off. I think at the pay-per-view.
Man, if Swerve Strickland don't win this, I'm gonna riot.
Speaking of Swerve Strickland on Dynamite tomorrow, it'll be Swerve versus Mark Briscoe.
Only thing I know is Prince Nana has definitely lost his workman's comp claim. He came out there with a crutch and still did the dance, so that's over with. But I will say that I don't see Mark Briscoe winning this tournament. I do see Mark Briscoe probably getting one win out of this tournament. That win's not going to happen over Swerve. I think Swerve's Swerve's going to be there to the end. Okay, it's going to end up being Swerve, and it's going to end up being Bryan Danielson.
Speaking of Bryan Danielson, we're going to go back and forth. Collision, they filming it tonight on Tuesday. It's going to air Saturday, but it's going to be Bryan Danielson versus Andrade El Idolo.
That's going to be an awesome match. An awesome match. Do you see Bryan Danielson taking the L?
Nah. No.
You know what I mean? Then you have CJ Perry running with this dude right here. That gonna make a difference, perhaps. You know, disqualification or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know. I would like to see Andrade win because it ain't like Daniel Bryan's gonna be out. You know, what I mean, he still could gather enough points to, you know, come out of that group, right?
Right.
So,
of course. Like as long as you have the most points by the semifinals.
Yeah, man.
He is not catching an L by nobody. Even though he should be based on his condition. I mean, he gonna be Bryan Danielson is going to end up being Fire Marshal Bill by the end of this whole entire tournament, wrapped up in bandages and all sorts of shit. Let me tell you something, but Andrade needs this, and I honestly think that this tournament could have benefited for more younger talent. Like the only young talent you really got in here is Daniel Garcia.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else is like 28, 29, 35, pushing 40. I'm pushing 40. Like it's cool. Like don't get me wrong, it's a nice tournament. I just would have liked to see, I don't know, some more younger faces. You know, faces that, you know, you could build around and kind of get some heat going behind them. Because everybody in this tournament is the who's who of AEW. These are the same people I see every week on TV. Give me somebody in the tournament who I don't see on TV.
Like John Moxley versus Roosh.
Roosh.
I'm with it.
Like I don't even see Mox losing this one. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't see it.
He needs to lose all that hair on his chest. What the fuck?
And you looking at the hair on the chest? I'm looking at the hair, the hairline that's not non-existent.
Yeah,
you got Jimmy Neutron.
You got the Wu-Tang logo on his forehead.
Wu-Tang, mother.
Cream, all about cash rules everything around me. Dollar bill.
The battle of the Jays, Jay White versus Jay Lethal.
Oh man. So is Jay Lethal gonna get a win in this matchup?
He's the token black guy for the tournament. It's not happening, bro.
It's not happening.
It's not happening. Okay, we only got one strong black nigga. It's inside this fight. His name is Swerve Strickland. Jay Lethal is just the other one that he had to put in there for diversity. That's all that was. Well, we need at least two.
Oh shit!
We're running this back. Yep, we're running back. Claudio versus Eddie Kingston, and Eddie is 0-2, so he's basically vowed to snap on everybody.
He gonna win this one. One time for Eddie Kingston, man. One time for the home.
So Dynamite looking pretty stacked for tomorrow, though. In Montreal, you got the Continental Classic, then you got the TNT Championship match, Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland, Edge, MJF and Samoa Joe taking on the Devil's Mask men, and Tony Storm defending against Sky Blue. Let's talk about this Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland match. This one is like Adam Copeland put out a tweet. He said, for 40 years, we've been through everything together, triumphs, losses, births, deaths, forced retirements. Wednesday on Dynamite, we faced each other for the first time in 13 years. We haven't wrestled each other for a title in 22 years, the TNT Championship. After both being told we never do this again in Canada, main event, bring it. I'm intrigued on this one. Like, the build has been excited. I know the whole build has been go fuck yourself, but I'm intrigued on it. What's y'all thoughts on this?
I'm digging Edge Viking look. The storyline is there, you know what I mean? Like from when they started, you know, they go and they still running with that, and you know they're great wrestlers in their hometown. I mean, it's gonna be must see TV if you, especially you know, you remember them when 5 second, you know,
the 5 second pose.
Yeah, that was genius. You know what I mean? 5 second pose. You know. So, yeah. It just kind of like odd in 2023. We're fighting for the TNT Championship. Like channels got championships. Like what the fuck?
Right.
I'm gonna say this. I'm invested, but I believe that this match is another match to me needs to pay off at a pay-per-view. I don't see this ending. I don't see a winner. What I see is interference by either Kill Switch or Nick Wayne. But I just don't see this. I mean, besides they're in Quebec, it's not like they're in Toronto where they're from. Now, if this was Toronto, I could see some type of a title change happening. But I'm vested, but I'm not as invested because I can already see this being a disqualification match. And it's on TV.
They rarely do DQ matches too. So that'll be a nice way to keep it going.
Yeah, it's going to keep going. The title is not leaving off of Christian Cage. It's going to be some type of fuckery at the end of the day, and they're going to push this to World's End.
Okay, I see that. What you think about this women's title match? It's just there for me. I'm not gonna lie to you because Sky Blue is one of those people who just loses every title match that she gets and then get another title match.
Yep.
I think it's just one specific asset that she has.
Her ass,
and it's her big attention to detail when painting her face.
Yeah, she's very good at painting her face.
Yes, especially when you do the close up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you talking about that promo she cut on Collision where she's like, "I'm gonna have my tits up, or my chin up, my tits up, and I'm gonna shove your foot right up your ass." And I'm like, bro, you sound like a GTA character right now. Like, what is this promo?
Oh my gosh.
This match is just I guess just to have another title match. It's like, oh hey, Tony was like, hey, you need another title match. Tony, people like your gimmick. People don't know what Sky Blue's gimmick is, but they like her too. They like her assets. So title match. There you go.
I mean, here we are. We got another women's match on AEW programming. That's the way we can look at it. It's a win for the women. It's a win for the women's division. We got a women's match on AEW.
For sure. Last but not least on AEW, who are the Devil's Henchmen?
So
like, what is this gimmick?
So the Devil's Mask, man, it's easy. It's Mace, and what's the other guy from Retribution who had the hockey mask?
Shane Thorne.
Yeah, Slapjack. It's Mace and Slapjack.
Slap nuts, yeah.
It's Mace and Slapjack, and Mustafa Ali is underneath the mask of the devil. I'm gonna keep bringing that to attention to detail. When the mask is revealed as Mustafa Ali, I don't want to hear nothing.
No, for real. But if that actually happened, will you start laughing, or will you be like, "Oh shit"?
Actually, I wouldn't even laugh. I think I'll do an old shit because what better way to bring someone into the company off a gimmick that didn't work inside the big
The
company,
E.
right? Yeah, inside the E. What better way to reintroduce them? Like, come on, this
What
is
makes you think it's gonna work here?
why not? It's Mustafa Ali. He's a hot commodity. He has
True.
relationships. You can do branding with countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, plus he's a likable guy. I mean, come on, man. It's either Mustafa Ali or it's Dolph Ziggler underneath that mask. But them henchmen is definitely Mace and Slapjack. Or if it's not Mace and Slapjack, it is
I saw someone say Wardlow.
Warlow could be the one behind the mask, but the one behind the mask, like he looked real skinty. So I'm
No, I'm
gonna
talking
say
about as far as one of the henchmen because you saw on Wednesday they had one big guy.
one big. Hey, that could be Warlow or Brian Cage. It's one of them big motherfuckers, but you know,
Right back.
it's Ryback. It's Brian Cage. It's like I don't know, but it could be the Kingdom. Could be the Kingdom though. I'm gonna say the
True.
Kingdom.
Okay.
Mm.
That's all we got for AEW. Might as well go ahead before we get up out of here. Let's talk a little bit about Jeff Hardy. Our brother Nero feels like a ghost in AEW, as he said. Uh,
It's a sad ass picture, B. But keep going.
Courtesy of Fightful Select with the transcript, when Jeff Hardy left WWE in December 2021, he said when reflecting on his final months in WWE, there were other times where I felt like a ghost roaming the halls, like, why am I even here? I don't feel important. I kept doing my deal and would show up and do whatever they wanted me to do. I've never been a politicker. So so I don't go out of my way to try and get a certain spot or achieve a certain status. Hardy would then join AEW in March 2022, joining his brother Matt Hardy. Jeff and Matt were heavily featured on AEW television until Jeff was arrested for a DUI in June 2022. Jeff was subsequently suspended from AEW and did not return until April 2023. The Hardys has been on and off television since Jeff's return and has yet to win a standard tag team match. Speaking on the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy podcast, Jeff commented on how he's currently feeling in AEW. He said this, and I quote, "When I first came back, it was pretty exciting. I didn't know what was going to be happening in the near future. The last time I was in this extreme dimension of your podcast, I said in WWE, I felt like I was a ghost just walking around backstage. Honestly, I kind of still feel like that at AEW just because not being involved in something cool. And I feel like there is something special that we have within us to really bring out. And that brings me to things with ego. Honestly, I'm in a place in my life where wearing this Jeff Hardy shirt, I feel like a goofy goober for wearing my own shirt. Why does this feel so goofy to wear my own shirt? My thing has been always been there isn't much difference between the in-ring performer Jeff Hardy and the reality and human world Jeff Hardy. At the show the other night at the concert, I talked about ego, and another wrestler said, "You've never had an ego." But I think I need to bring up my ego back 10 times more intense than it was when I was the antichrist of professional wrestling. It feels like it's inevitable. It feels right. So right. You have to create the moments yourself. And when you're passionate about something and little by little, we're eventually going to get there, he said. The Hardys teamed up with Cassidy in a loss to Isaiah Cassidy in a loss to Action Andretti and Top Flight on last Wednesday's Dynamite. Can I start off and be completely blunt in regards to Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy?
Yeah, this your show shit.
I'm just going to be honest, brother. The reason why you feel like a ghost and these companies don't put too much effort behind you or your brother, you're washed. You're washed. I'm sorry. And then you, like I mentioned, the DUI. You had a DUI last year, June 2022. That's the reason why. Like Tony Khan was forgiving. You're on your life your 10th strike. If I'm gonna keep it a stat, you're on your 10th strike. A lot of companies are hesitant in bringing you to prominent features because they don't know when you're gonna fumble. That's just the honest truth. Like I'm not, and I love Jeff Hardy. If I had to pick out of the two, I always pick Jeff Hardy.
It's a liability.
And he mentioned the Antichrist, the professional wrestler. That was one of my favorite gimmicks that he did in the early stages because it was different. It was exciting, and I was a young teenager too, so there's that. But it's like you just said, Cheech, it's liability. Like they don't want to put the strap to you, put something long term, and then next thing you know, they get a call that hey, you got arrested. Hey, you got arrested for public intoxication. Yes, you're on the wagon now, but you cannot blame a company for being hesitant because they don't know if you're going to fall off again.
That part.
So, what you guys think about that?
Well, I'm gonna say that Jeff Hardy is the just incredible of mainstream wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm a listen.
Nah, no
Hold
way.
on, wait, and
Right.
fuck, just incredible. But the reason why I'm making that comparison is because just incredible couldn't get bookings or couldn't get a push for a while because it was a liability. Is this guy going to show up? Is he going to show up and actually do what he's supposed to do? Which version of this guy am I going to get? GCW got a fat version of Just Incredible this past week. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I feel with that is Jeff Hardy was like up here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to compare levels as far as.
That's the level that's why he feels like that. He questioning because he all down because it's like, fuck, man, I'm fucking Jeff Hardy. You know what I mean? And like right now, he feel like a ghost. You know, to me, it comes out like he's depressed, and he talking about ego, and they're doing something with Ethan Page, all ego. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? Like I don't know. I don't know. I understand what you man. I just
Yeah, it's just for me, like I totally understand it. I would feel like a ghost too. I'm not gonna say you 100% wash, but you up there, my G. And a lot of that has to do with the decisions made outside of the ring, and a lot of that has to do with the damage you did to your body while in that ring.
yeah.
So there's only so much that they could do with you. Now, granted, if he would have never got that DUI in 2021, we'll be looking at the Hardys as AEW Tag Team Champions at least 1 or 2 runs by now, right?
Probably.
But I don't see them putting that faith back into him until proven, hey, you can get through this whole entire year with no issues. Okay, let's see what we can do with you.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what this is. This is just a probation period. Like I get the frustration because they're creative guys, and it's like I'm gonna be honest with you. They're at that point in their career. Like I know I said that he's wise. It's more so Matt than Jeff, but because Matt can barely walk. But it's like if you're frustrated creatively, pitch it to where because you got all these young kids that are younger than you that can take these bumps. You can literally be like you mentioned the Antichrist of professional wrestling. You can literally pitch a revamp of the Antichrist
To somebody, yeah, and like you live through them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you basically become you create this whole universe where you're the center of attention without taking bumps, and then you could probably build to a match.
Wow, I like that. Be on some Kevin Sullivan ish. You know what I mean? Like
Something.
wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like something like that. Like you don't have to because let's be real. Like
Look that shit, Tony.
That's what I'm saying. Because all they're doing right now is just being nostalgic and getting pops.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally it. And it's like I respect it. And I'm cool with it. Like I said, I love Jeff Hardy. And this is coming from a fan of Jeff Hardy. This ain't me being a player hater. This is me just saying, like, yo, you kind of watch my boy. Like you're not the spotlight. You're at the age where you're not going to be the spotlight, especially when you're in a company where there are younger talent that are more talented. Not even more talented, like they can take these bumps.
Yeah.
And your body can't take these bumps no more.
Yeah, but they ain't putting them titles on younger talents. They putting them on the older guys. I mean, let's keep it a buck. The only people that's young that's had those talent. When I say young, I'm talking about like under the age of 30. The only people that's held their titles that have been young have been the Acclaim
MJF.
tag team.
Oh, you mean tag team?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Acclaim.
that's it.
Oh, and the guns.
Oh yeah.
I mean, are we gonna count that short ass run? But yeah, the guns too.
Technically, yeah. So yeah, that's all. That's all I had. That's all I had to say. Like, I'm not trying to shit on the man, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah. Yeah. So some things have short term and long term. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Next up to talk about Okada, free agent in 2024. You think that happening? I don't think it's happening.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's happening.
It's happening this time around, bro. It's booming, and it's like, what else can he do in New Japan? You know, it's literally like some in the U.S. They need to go away for a minute. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's gonna happen? Because I read somewhere that his wife is more famous in Japan than he is. And
Well,
she not about to uproot her entire life just for him to wrestle in America.
why not? Shoot, that's my wife. You supposed to do that. What I'm saying is, this is your opportunity to make yourself more over than what your wife is. Come to America, get some of these US dollars. Go ahead and sign with WWE, because if you sign with AEW, you're gonna be wrestling the same people you wrestled in New Japan.
Basically,
You know, which is down there and had their roster. I'm only being biased because I want to see Okada versus Nakamura on the WWE stage.
He's gonna be a stay-at-home husband.
What a bum!
what a bum! What a bum! What a bum! And speaking of not, yeah, I wish I could be a stay-at-home husband.
You know,
I gotta get married first.
Not, but like, just picture a fucking stable, just something like that. Fucking Okada come in, and then you got the Great Muta, giving them all that spit. You know, pause. Hold on, I call myself. You know what I mean? Like different colors. You know what I mean? Because like that would be the danger. You know, like
take his glasses off on that one. He said, "What?"
You're not gonna run past that. Like, you can just say what you just said. Just now.
Oh, I did. I did say what I said, but you know what I mean?
Nah, I got you.
We got you though, man. Yeah. Okada in America would be interesting, but yeah, like, if he goes to AEW, okay, sure, whatever. To me, it feel like the Ospreay signing. Like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
you're already there.
A big announcement, and they'll do it on fucking Rampage. Record it on Tuesday, so everybody know.
Right. And then so yeah, Okada go to WWE versus Nakamura. Shit. If AJ Styles ever comes back, him versus AJ Styles would be interesting.
Him versus CM Punk. Him versus
Punk. Yeah, it's a lot of matches. Yeah, there's a lot of matches in WWE. Yeah, because Rollins did the Rainmaker and during one of those matches with Nakamura. So
yeah,
I'm interested in that. Speaking of interesting, Jade Cargill update. We got an update on Miss Cargill in WWE. She did an interview.
Oh my God.
She did an interview with Joey Hayden of the Dallas Morning News. Cargill agreed when Hayden asked whether it was accurate to say that she was ring ready. When Hayden asked Cargill to describe how close she is to competing in a WWE for real, the former AEW TBS champion emphasized the importance of being patient. So basically, she's basically saying like, yo, y'all gotta chill out. Because she basically said this in our quote. So you want me to reveal what we have in the works, it seems like. So listen, I think the fan base should be patient. I think they need to understand we're making a diamond. We're creating something that's going to be a legacy. We're creating something that's going to create echoes and waves throughout not just the wrestling culture, but pop culture and beyond. They're setting me up for success. You shouldn't rush success. I've been on TV in front of thousands of people several times. One thing I know how to do is entertain a crowd. No one can say different. I can do that. The WWE universe knows exactly what they're doing. I trust them. I believe in the system. When they see me in that ring, understand there's no turning back. WWE's believing in everything I'm doing, giving me everything that I could fathom. I'm going to be ready. I'm already ready. But again, it's on my time, and everybody should be patient. When I come, just understand I'm taking over. You'll just have to see when I start, there's no stopping, there's no breaks, and everybody should be elated. So whomever wants to come get it, I got it. I'm just going to give out work, come apply.
Mm.
So basically, she's like, when I get there, I get there.
Mm.
Don't rush greatness. Don't rush that fine greatness.
No.
Let her take her time. Like, and that's one thing about it. Like, I love it when people like to shoot themselves in the foot. They be like, why is she taking so time? Why she disappeared? Weren't y'all the same motherfuckers that was always complaining about her not being ready on AEW TV? Why are y'all rushing her now?
Mm.
You would think that you will want her to take her time so that way when she does make her debut the proper way, there's no mistakes. She's fully polished. She's a diamond. Like, you don't want no rough. You want a diamond in your ring. So that's why I'm like, it's not out of sight of mind. But when that happens, when she shows up, hopefully at the Royal Rumble, and let her do her thing, I ain't gonna complain. I'm gonna pop. What about y'all?
Go ahead, Cheech.
No
Well,
thoughts.
I've been pretty critical of Jade Cargill. It's just the presentation that WWE is gonna make her. Like she said, it's gonna be bigger than pop culture. You know what I mean? She's gonna be in Entertainment Tonight. They're gonna be CNN, everything. You know, and I can't wait for that to happen. Right? But it's obvious that she's not ring ready, and that's good because she's in the right place to learn the ropes. You know what I mean? But the look, is there. The connections. Ain't she an owner of a team?
Yeah, I believe a women's softball team.
Yeah, and they got like a nice little following, and now especially with this, all her business endeavors is just gonna get bigger, and I just can't wait for her to debut at the Rumble, because what better place than to debut that somewhere that you could just, take your time, walk to the ring, people's gonna be amazed on some narcissist shit, I mean, Lex Luger
Right.
ish. I
Like she
mean,
said, on Twitter, she's like, I have the friends, I just want the money.
hey,
She got me saying my. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Jade Cargill, listen. Um, take your time. I mean, I don't know if anybody bakes a pizza in the oven and takes it out before the time it's supposed to come out. You know
White
what
people.
I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never
White people.
them, them over there. If you like your pizza extra doughy, go ahead and take it out. But if you like your pizza to be nice and done and right, not too crisp, just solid, let it take its time. Let it marinate. Like certain things take time, and I think when you let things marinate just a little bit longer, and put that extra sazon on it, when you finally put that thing on the grill and get that thing cooking, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be tender. It's gonna be juicy. I'm hungry already just talking about it.
I know,
Juicy.
man, just like this great poet said, I don't like no wish and shame, but you can tie me down.
That
Pull
part.
on me, girl. Man, whoo, J. Carter.
Jade Cargill. When it happens, and we will be there to see it. But
Hey,
before what's up?
real quick, what did they give Jade Cargill that entrance from Boomerang with J when she come in and they drop off the damn box and it's a damn box full of white dudes and she got the whipping chains and she on the way to the way.
Hey, yo.
Do it.
Do
Do
that.
it. Do that. Do that. I want to see that. I want to see. I would like to see it, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to see it. But before we get up out of here, because we reached that point of the show where we wrap it up. But before we get up out of here, we gotta let the people know the vibe of the week, the song of the week, where the host and co-host give out a song that they want to do, whatever the case. And just as always, I'll reach out to y'all to get the song because I tend to forget often. But we want to know what the song of the week is for this week. I'm gonna start this week, and it was something that I was doing because I was on the road in between cities. Because as you can see, I'm out of town. So the song that I'm going with this week for some reason, it just keeping me up to date, especially with everything going on in life. I Love Your Smile by Shanice. I had to go with that one.
Yeah, okay, I remember that one.
That beat is like that beat just get me all hype. What about you, JT?
Only because my phone's been in the chokehold for the past month. I'm gonna go ahead and say "Surround Sound" by JID. Yeah, the Ceiling Challenge has my phone in the chokehold, so that's why this song is the song of the week. Yeah, that's the only reason why.
I feel that. What about you, Cheech?
Well, I could kind of give you a little hint already. I'm gonna go with Jack Harlow, "Loving on Me." You know what I mean? I just like the vibe. You know what I mean? From like you had that vibe from back in the day. You know what I mean? So, "Loving on Me" by Jack Harlow.
Yes, sir. And make sure you guys go ahead and download those songs and just stream them a little bit, because you got to set the tone and set the mood and all this stuff. But yo, we appreciate you guys for kicking it with us. Where can they follow you guys on the socials?
So it's all the same. You can follow us at MarksWithMics. That is MarksWithMics. That's on Twitter, aka X, the Book of Faces, IG, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, whatever you want to listen to us on your favorite podcast listening app. We're available there too.
Yes, sir. And no, make sure you guys go ahead and tap in with us at Gresh Unleashed, the GreshUnleashed.com, www.GreshUnleashed.com, as well as Gresh Unleashed Pod on YouTube, where you get clips and highlights of this podcast. If you don't feel like sitting through a whole over an hour, we got you on the clips. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to listen to us in full, where we just be laughing and vibing and all that good stuff. But if you haven't already, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to us over there. If you want to follow yours truly, at It's Gresh on Twitter, X, because Josh Gresham RG had to be retired over there. But it's the same everywhere else, Josh Gresham RG. But if you want to know exactly where I'm at, make sure you go ahead and check out solo.to/Gresh. Make sure you peep Highlight Life and Life's Boss podcast. My co-host, he's out celebrating his birthday, but you know what it is. It is what it is. And with that being said, you guys stay safe out here in these streets, and we will catch you guys on Saturday. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be breezy.
Yes, sir.